Fuck it.
Welcome to
Pancakes on a Wednesday.
Yay.
Number 2.
Episode 2.
Speaking of 2, how about we talk about freedom and the
Oh,
Second Amendment?
Amendment.
Motherfucker.
I'm thinking more freedom of the mind, but it all correlates.
It for sure does. It
of
for
it.
sure does. I mean, that's why the founding fathers wrote it, because, you know, this country was founded on religion. You know, a lot of the people that came over here were fleeing religious persecution. So, I mean, that's why they came over here.
Yeah.
And then it grew into a thing where they wanted to not be ruled by somebody who wasn't there or represented. So then we seceded and formed our own nation.
And the Constitution.
And the fucking Constitution. For those of you who don't know, we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. So when we go out and we democratize these other nations, that's not what we are. Democracy is majority rule, and we're not majority rule because we have a high density of, this is going to turn some people off,
Darn.
cunts.
Corey. That's not... Well, if you're talking
In
about the...
highly urban areas of this country, right? And the whole purpose of this constitutional republic was for all these cunts to not make rules for the people who don't want it to be cunted.
God, you just...
So they made it to where it is a constitutional republic rather than a true democracy where...
A cunty democracy.
Right,
It's a
yeah.
constitutional republic.
Right,
And we have leaders that are supposed to...
they're not leaders. They're not
They
leaders.
are supposed to be leaders for us
No.
to speak on our behalf in regards to the Constitution.
They are elected officials elected to represent us. They're supposed to represent our voice. They
Right,
are not
so I just
supposed
said.
to. Yeah, but they're not leading us in the sense of, because when I think of leader, I think of the army, right? Like your squad leader. Your squad leader leads you to battle, right? He makes sure you get all your training done.
Well, why can't if it was a quality government, it could lead you to...
Because it's not because that goes back to democracy.
place of safety, because
That's a democracy.
They're not-
Because if your leaders are leading you and they're telling you what to do,
not telling you what to do. Following the Constitution. Following the Constitution means this is how things go.
which
I'm going
was
to lead
written
this.
by the people.
This right, and
So-
they're not gonna lead us and be. It's about me, and then you're gonna do what I say. It's about us, and we're gonna do what the Constitution says.
Right.
That's what this country is supposed to be.
But-
we're getting so off topic, and we've been 5 minutes in.
Whatever.
We like to argue.
It's a topic
Actually,
I feel like we're both pretty
For
fucking
sure.
passionate about. So
Everything we do in life, actually, truly, everything we have done in life has been based on these freedoms. Freedom to live, freedom to have your guns, freedom to protect your family, freedom to protect your home. And, there's a lot of moronic people out there with a small-minded concept of what a gun is. And we don't go around like, hey, you pissed me off, and you pull your gun on someone. Yeah, there's proper training, but we shouldn't be told that we can't have... Stop it. Leave me.
get close.
Just...
I know you don't want it in your
Suffocate.
face.
It's too much.
to put it lower.
It's just too much.
Put it lower, but put it close to your mouth.
Nah.
Yeah.
God, you're such a whore. Anyways, but my perspective is all this junk that's going on, all these arguments, and this, they say this, and these people are stupid. I mean, I still think people are stupid. Don't get me wrong.
Somebody just sent me a meme. Not wasn't a meme. It was a reel on.
Was it for real?
It was for real on Instagram, and it was this guy. I don't know what he was or who he was, and he's talking about democracy, and he's talking about democracy is for the people, and the people run the democracy. He said the problem with that is people are idiots.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was black and white, so I think it was a long time ago. But with all these filters,
But that's
I don't know. But
the ones from a long time ago are the ones that have the biggest impact. They called it.
yeah, because we have this vicious cycle of reliving history, and it's been relived and relived and relived.
So, and because of the stupidity of too many people, we're now in a clusterfuck of, I don't even know
love that word.
I don't even know. You know,
Like one of my favorite words, clusterfuck.
probably because it sounds like a snack. Am I right? Am I right? Anyways, but we are. Like, I was just watching something. The health official got elected. I don't even know. The one that's a transgender that is a...
In no.
No, the Biden's... God, what's his name? Rachel. I'm sorry, it's a girl.
It's the fat one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Just got elected. I can't even... I was shocked.
He's been...
I just saw it. We'll put it that way. No, I know he's been the health. No,
Yeah.
something else went down.
Oh.
Know it all. Anyways, and like I was just looking at that. I'm like, this is ridiculous. You are a very unhealthy looking person, and you can tell when someone is that degree of unhealthy. You can tell just by looking at them. And
For
all
sure.
these other countries, what do they say? What do y'all say?
So my thing with that is like, I agree is like if I go into a gym, I want to go to a gym and I want to get a personal trainer. I'm going to get a personal trainer who looks like they train.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to the gym and find
That's just common sense. I feel
the
like.
biggest person there and hope that
It's
they
not
can get
even
me
that
fit.
she's fat. It's that they are unhealthy.
Unhealthy, yeah.
Because you can be
The
overweight
bags-
and still look good.
Like she's got the long blonde hair, right?
White.
Whatever. It used to, I don't know. Whatever. But it looks sick.
Yeah.
It looks very sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. So
We're talking about freedom.
trying to get to this point of kind of our story and why we're so passionate about this. And in the midst of all kinds of crazy shit that's happened, we rose. And 2020 was our best year, like in our lives ever. Like ever.
It was. We did a
Oh my
lot of good
goodness.
things in 2020.
We did. In fact, the beginning of the year, so
It started out with me getting a clean bill of health.
yeah, and quitting Tao.
I did quit.
And we spent 10 days on the beach with Grammy.
We did.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
And it was because, well, I propositioned you kind of. I said, would you, not that kind. I said, would you, because he was working and he was working all the time, way too much for Tao Group in Las Vegas. And he loved it. It was a great marketing position, marketing manager in what's that hotel? Venetian
is where their corporate office was. Office was.
was.
That's where the corporate office was. It's where the corporate office
Anyways,
is.
so, and I grew up traveling. Like my parents, we went all over the place all the time. It was so fun. Oh, West Coast. It was road tripping. We loved road tripping. Oh my goodness. I've never loved life so much as that. And our ranch and everything that we had growing up. And some reason I had a great time there. That's why. And I had my horses, but I always wanted that back. And I always like would cry about it, like literally be upset because I wanted it back. And I was living in Vegas, and Corey and I met, and we had Bodie, and I would cry to Corey all the time and be like, I want my ranch, wouldn't I? And I'd tell you about the greenery.
I don't know if it was crying as so much as yelling at me to the point where you were crying, because
you make me sound like a monster. I wasn't yelling at
you weren't yelling at me. You were yelling to me about not wanting to be stuck in a suburban home for the rest of your life.
I hated that. And not to say I hated it.
Get off your phone.
I've turned it off. It's the happy
That's what I did last time. You still yell at me.
Because you will sit there on your phone.
I won't. We're doing a thing.
We're doing a thing.
The alarm went off.
So, so it was, I guess, 2019, and we had manifested the campground with my dad. Mind you,
No, we got that in 2018. End of 2018.
oh my gosh, like January 2019, December 25th, 2018. Like, it was that.
No, we bought it before it got cold.
Before what?
Before it got cold.
No, Papa was staying there, deciding if he wanted
Maybe
to. I remember.
I guess so, because we bought it the trailer in 2018 in November.
And then November 19th on Bianca's birthday. That's when we went and picked it up.
Her birthday's the 18th.
18th. Then we got the trailer on the 18th. And we brought it home, and then we went to the campground.
We
like
did.
a month later.
Yeah.
So anyways, it doesn't matter. Guy, those little things don't matter.
To you.
They don't matter.
Okay.
So anyways, so it was 2019. We got our campground, but it was like a pile of dirt. It was like a pile of dirt in some spaces and
junk.
So much junk. Oh my God. Papa and Dave have done, Kentucky Dave is our campground host.
What was their name? The old owners?
JR and Janet.
JR and Janet. Such sweet people.
JR and Janet Jones.
Such sweet people, but God, they were pack rats.
Yes. Anyways, they were great. They did what they could. And, anyways, so we had the campground, but it wasn't like it wasn't a focal point. It was like, oh, well, okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But we invested our time and so much into it. But there was just,
the first year we invested everything that we had. Everything that came in.
And he was working at Tao, and I was sitting there building a website, and I don't do technology, but I did a good job. We talked about that last time. I'm going to talk about it every episode.
I was going to help her, but my concept behind that was to not help her so you could do it.
Well, you were gone all the time.
Well, I could have done it.
Were you supposed to help me at
I could have done it, but...
Anyways.
You did a good job.
So, I did a great job. So, but it was good because I know the ins and outs of everything. Anyways, so we went from that, and then I was like, Corey, you're gone all the time. You are working. You have to wake up early. You go to the gym. Then you go to work, and then you're stuck in traffic for like an hour. You get home at 7, and then I'm tired, and I've been taking care of babies all day.
One baby.
Well, Scarlett and Bianca acted like babies too.
This is true.
Come on.
This is true.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then I said, you can stay at Tao if that's what your soul wants. Well, I'm going to go traveling, and I'm going to do my thing. So if you want to fund my travel and be my travel sugar daddy, you go ahead and do that. But I'm not going to sit around at home and wait for you to put in for some goddamn time off. Like, oh my God. That would not happen for me. I never really worked for anybody.
If we had just waited till 2020, I'd have got like 8 months off.
Well, you did. Anyways. So he decided on his own. And it wasn't like a threat. There was no fight going on. I just was like, hey man, I need to travel. And you need to do what's best for you. And maybe creating an abundance of money and working at Tao. Because it was a cool job. He had a fun time, at least.
Oh yeah, no, it was a great job.
And I met his people he worked with. They were great. They were sweet. Anyways, so he put in his time, and it was like a 3-month. He had to put in 3 months, so he had 90 days. He still had to work, and his last day was December 30th, 2019.
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve.
We drove to California because my mom lives down there. And we wanted to go stay on the beach, and we did. We took our trailer and our dogs, and we stayed 10 days on the beach. And I told Corey, look, we're going to go down here, and we're going to live, and we're going to do whatever we want to. And I promise you, though, the universe will take care of us. We'll figure something out. You can find a remote position. You know, shit's going to work our way. And he was like, oh, man, this lady crazy, but I like her, so I'm going to go with it. And he did, and we just went and had so much fun. Oh my gosh, we had a great time there. And then we came back to Vegas, and I didn't want to live there. It wasn't like Vegas. It's just I'm not a hi neighbor is right next to me kind of person. I don't like traffic at all. I don't like busy cities. And
You
so
don't like driving.
I don't like driving. I don't. I don't mind if it's big open roads and highways and nobody around. I just don't like.
I guess that's true because you don't mind driving to St. George because it's just the freeway.
Yeah, it's
Everything
cool.
everything we need is right off.
I'll go to
the freeway.
St. George all the time. I wouldn't even go to Sprouts, and it was 3 minutes from our house.
Yeah.
It was literally like 3 minute drive, and I was like, oh my God. And I got in fights every time.
It was only
After COVID.
After COVID.
Yeah, everybody. I was like a target.
Because we're free. We're free in our minds. We're free in our lives. We're free in everything that we do. And that whole stupid fucking mask thing was just.
No, and we did
stupid.
us. We did
Well,
us the whole time, and
I wore a mask to 2 places. And that's after we moved. And that was to River
but
Rock.
we didn't move because we found property. But the succession of things happening, I was like, we're not doing this. And I looked at Corey and I was like, what is the plan? Because I'll make plans and he'll be like, what the fuck did you just do? Oh my God. And so I want to make sure he's on board with my wild ways. So I thought, you make the plan. I will go along with it as long as we're not living here by the end of the year. And I loved our house. We got married there. I loved the house. I loved the neighborhood. I loved the yard. We had Bodie in the house. Like, that was our jam. But I outgrow things. We all do. And I outgrew that house. We all outgrew it big time in Vegas, really. And so Corey said, okay, by September, if we don't find a home, if something doesn't happen, then we'll get a fifth wheel and we'll go on the road and we'll live in the fifth wheel and we can stay at the campground and we can figure out what we're going to do from there. And I was like, cool. We have a plan. I started packing in 2019. I was getting everything ready. Like, he's like, where are you going? I'm like, we're moving. I don't know when, but we're moving. And so I went up to a little town. I'm going to make this super quick. I went up to a little town right by, in Utah. Found a place to take the horses for the summer. I didn't want them in the heat for the summer. So I found this little place. We went to check it out. On the way home, we drove through this cute little town of Tokerville, Utah. And after that, we took a vacation up to Duck Creek, and it was just snowballing after that. But
we'd come here in 2019 twice. We came here for in Hurricane.
Oh yes,
we did this your Zion run.
Yeah, I did a half marathon.
And then a duathlon in Sand Hollow. And we drove through this town and we were like, oh my God, it'd be so cute to live here. Which Hurricane is just it's 6 miles away from where we are. So, and
I asked him. I said,
we drove around and looked at all the stuff and all the the towns surrounding areas, and what is that, Virgin and Springdale up there going to Zion. Oh man, it was so awesome. And all she wanted to do was move here, and that was it.
I asked you. Did you remember?
Yeah, several times.
You think you could see yourself living
when we were
here?
driving up to we were driving through Virgin and driving through Springdale, going to Zion. You're like, can you see yourself living here? I was like, yeah, sure, babe. Sure thing. I got.
No, I'm serious.
I'm visualizing right now.
Look, horses and land and all this stuff. And he's like, she just made me quit my job.
No, that was before we quit. That was before. That was 2019.
That's right. You're right.
That was 2019. That was when I was like ingrained in it. Now that's when I was like trying to go career.
Yeah.
and then we were just looking for.
And I was trying to clearly not go.
And we were just looking for a place to board the girls. Yeah. And then we came back down through here because we knew that coffee shop was there.
The girls are the horses, not the kids.
Well, I mean.
Sometimes.
Yeah, right? Now another country to board the other girls. The people girls.
Scarlett. Aw. She's
Switzerland.
going to get her feelings hurt.
Fucking Switzerland. But anyway, it was, I mean, Samantha's been more free-spirited than I have. And I'm more structured, but I'm open-minded. And sometimes my structure gets in my way of my open mind. Sometimes.
Been really good with it. Well, yeah, in regards to life, living life, and doing cool shit like this. But in regards to daily chores, still militant. Working on that.
Why? Why do we need to work on that? Why can't we just have a structure?
It's just too intense. It's just too. We do. I just wrote an entire routine.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah. After 5 years of being together, I'm like, we need a little structure. And you're like, willy nilly. And now you're like, we need structure. And I'm like, well, fucking A. I've only been saying it for
crazy.
5 years.
You're crazy.
I'm
Because
not
you go
fucking crazy.
overboard, and then I'm like,
I'm not.
holy
If
shit.
the only reason I go overboard is because you have to give 120%, and then you get back like
No,
70.
That's not true at all.
That is true.
No, it's not true at all. You're supposed to flow with things harmoniously in a gentle manner, and then you get 5,000,000%.
Nah, you fucking drill that shit.
No, you fucking go ahead and do that. You just dropped a 16-pound thing on your head drilling shit, motherfucker.
Actually,
5 stitches in
Actually,
his
it's
head.
18 and a half pounds.
18 and a half. Yeah. So we
I'm
can
okay,
calm
though.
down. I'm okay. Thanks for asking.
But I went back and I finished that shit.
Yeah, he did.
And then those fucking cunty chickens got out anyway.
Just 2 of them.
Yeah.
And now they're
Now
like, wait.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, this is dumb. All our food's in here and our water's in here.
No,
I guess we'll stay.
They stay in by choice.
But anyway, and it was all, had we been locked into the mindset of
The 9 to 5.
the fucking, the worker bee.
We got to do this. We got to do
The
it like
worker
that.
bee drone.
Really what the government, the democracy is trying to do is suffocate us into small-minded thinking.
Yeah, that's
And-
called communism.
Yes. Yes.
That's what it is.
I know.
It's
I'm
like
agreeing
the
with you.
bullet points for communism is fear, shut down the supply chain, institute mandates, take away our fucking freedoms.
Someone else applied that before. Somebody in the past.
Yeah, he had a fucking mustache and
Ruler.
yeah, it was
Oh,
weird.
Friedershine,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
It was so weird. He like locked up a
Like
whole
did the
bunch
exact
of
same stuff.
yeah.
But
He
people-
locked up and killed a whole bunch of people he didn't agree with. Weird. It's fucking
And
weird.
they went with it because they were
They were fucking afraid. The other people were afraid. They thought
right because they were brainwashed. It's not like they were just
yeah.
stupid.
So here's the thing with that is as much individualism that is out there, we are not all of us. I'm saying we as in general. We are a herd mentality, right? We need to fit in. And when the people on the TV,
I don't.
I didn't say we.
I
When the
prefer
people
not
on the
to.
TV, when they're pushing this agenda, and they're like, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this. The people who are like, I need to fit in are like, we need to do this. But the people who are like individualized and they're like, yeah,
Because it's easier. They just want to go, oh, I'm just going to do this so
Right.
I can go on with my life. I'm just going to do this so I can go to concerts and do that. And then they're like, oh, everything little by little gets stripped away.
yeah.
Right.
And even people who don't agree with it, even the people who don't, like there's people that I know personally that don't agree with anything. They vote right. They live right. They do all the things that are conservative. But they're like, I don't want my freedoms. I don't want to not be able to do things. So I'm going to go get it. And it's like, why? Like,
Well, I'm not going to
That's fucking dumb.
No, because I know a lot of people, I have good friends that have gotten it. And if it works for them, that's fine.
no,
and
but I get it. But if it works for them, if that's what they're into,
well,
it's like,
even if they, because there's a difference. And even if they just get it just because I just don't want to deal with XYZ.
but that's a dumb reason.
No, it's
That's
not
a dumb reason.
It is
If you want to do something that you don't believe in, but you're going to do it so you
some
can.
people don't. There's no. I don't believe in it. I don't not believe it. I don't fucking care. I just want to go on with my life. That's some people.
That's dumb.
And it's dumb to you. I don't think it's dumb. I don't think it's dumb. I think it's like there's a neutral zone there that I don't really have an opinion on, and it's not dumb. But what I don't agree with and I don't like is, and I
Can I have some of your water?
fight against are those that are like, you need to get it, you have to get it, you better get it, I'm gonna get it, and if you don't get it, those are the ones that are, because there's not enough people that are in the neutral aspect that are really
I feel like there's a lot of people in neutral.
I guess I'm not explaining it. No. No. I just know specific people that I don't have. I have a friend that is like really upset about the fact that she got it, and
As
I
she
have
should
so
be.
much. No, I have compassion for her. That's
great.
But she's fighting
I would
for
have, I would have
freedoms.
compassion too.
She's still fighting for freedom.
But I would have compassion too. But if you don't believe in something and you only do it to get along, that's fucking dumb. That means you have no conviction.
Not everybody is as ballsy as we are.
I mean, you don't have to be ballsy.
I will walk into Walmart and not give a fuck what anybody says, and in fact have people come at me and talk shit and make comments, and it's okay. But
these aren't hypotheticals. These actually happened to us.
I actually had a really unhealthy woman, extremely obese, unhealthy woman, talk shit about me for walking through Walmart while there was a pandemic going on. And I looked at my cart and I looked at her cart and I was like, okay, bro, cool story. But anyways, most people are not built that way. I'm a combative person.
But that's what I'm saying is most people are not built that way.
Right. That doesn't make them dumb.
It does make them dumb.
No, it doesn't.
If you want to fit in, if you try your hardest to fit in and you're not authentic and you don't, and you're just not being you, if you're being who people want you to be,
that's a whole different.
That's dumb.
That's a whole different story. That's walking around and doing everything like there's some groups of women on Instagram that sit there and they just want to make everybody think that their life is all perfect and cupcakes and glitter. God. Or even dudes. I guess
you got to listen to Andy Frisella's last podcast. It was great. They were talking about that. They're talking about the fake ass bitches on Instagram, like the OnlyFans girls, and because they manage a bunch of people. And
what's wrong with OnlyFans girls?
Nothing. I'm not saying anything. God, I'm not saying that.
I'm gonna have to defend everybody.
So no, they had an influencer attorney on, and they were talking about the evolving nature of being an influencer, and they were talking about how they have like 12,000 people that they manage, and they're managing people, and they let people go who aren't growing with the market. They're not being authentic. They're just taking pictures. They're posting the pictures that got them the 12 million followers, and they're still doing
shots.
the butt shots,
the big butt shot.
Yeah, they're still posting that it has no value.
You look at their feed and it's like the butt again.
And nowadays, in today's market, you need to give somebody value, whether it's you're teaching them something.
And I think COVID brought that. I think COVID brought. We need to bring, like, there's different sides of COVID and all that shit.
Oh yeah, I completely agree.
Look at it's brought a lot of people home. Literally, it made them stay at home and realize what matters more to them is spending time with their kids or their significant other, or doing that kind of stuff. And that again goes back to the freedom of us. And we went from, because in 2019, Tao financially, had you kept doing your thing, could have been everything that we wanted and needed. And if it wasn't Tao specifically, you could have expanded because of your experience with Tao. And we gave it up in a time where it was supposed to just keep expanding. Right. And because of freedom of life, being able, I wanted to look back on our lives and be like, remember all that cool shit that we did? Not, hey, I remember that time me and the kids went and did all kinds of cool things and I told you about it, sent you pictures. And that's why I think
but it's risk versus reward, and a lot of people don't want to take the risk.
I don't think there's a risk in that. I think there's zero risk.
I mean, when you weigh it logically, when you weigh it logically, it is risk, right? Because like we didn't really have a plan.
You can't be logic in full on freedom. You can't be logical in full on blissful,
so we had
joyful
this conversation,
happiness,
right? So we had this conversation, right? And it was talking when we started talking about we need a plan. You were like, I told you, it's like you are like jumping out of an airplane with no fucking parachute. You're like, fuck it. Like, this is a great airplane ride, and thanks for trying to get me to where I need to go, but I'm fucking out. And then the flight attendant's like, you're not wearing a parachute, and you've already gone.
But I always have a parachute on.
But I told you, I was like, let me be your parachute. And you agreed. You're like,
yeah, I did.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did. Well, I did. Yeah. No. And you.
So you need some direction and some logic sometimes.
Yes and no. But yes. But no. Like, we jumped. We just jumped together. We full on jumped.
Yeah.
We fucking flew and jumped.
But we had an idea of what we were doing.
But we didn't have. We had an idea. I always have an idea. I'm not just like, fuck this shit. Fucking barrel roll out the.
Yeah, but sometimes your idea is, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's do something else. That's your idea.
So?
And I gotta.
It just doesn't feel right. But you're always there to you are.
Exactly, is what I'm saying.
I know, but you still jump with me.
I do, but I'm wearing 2 parachutes.
You probably are.
Because I gotta fucking catch you and put yours on, and then pull my chute, and then pull yours, because you might not pull it in time.
I think you grab the parachutes on the way down. You're like, hey, dear God, thank you so fucking much, as we're falling down. And then the coolest shit happens. We manifested this ranch because we fucking jumped without a parachute. We knew we had each other, literally. That's what we did. You weren't like safety net. You had no fucking job here. We didn't even know we were moving to Utah. You had no job. You had no idea what you were doing. The campground was whatever. But I knew in my fucking heart. I was positive. I was 1,000,000 fucking % sure there was something there. And you are not. That's how I'm jumping. And you're not. You don't argue with it. You're super open-minded. And at the end of the day, if we fucking land, we will land on our feet, and we will land together, and then we'll fucking figure it out.
I agree. Because, like, we're not literally jumping out of an airplane. We're figuratively jumping out of an airplane. If we fucking hit rock bottom, we have to go.
And what's the best place to build a foundation on but a rock? Solid fucking shit. Then you lay that nice solid foundation. You smooth it out, eh?
I went alley-oop, and you went dunk that shit.
Yeah, that was good. That's why
that was good.
That was
good.
We worked. You like that?
I like that. That was good.
Your thing's so close to your face, it's hard for you to move.
It's because I want the people to hear me.
How do they hear me if they want to? but
freedom of, it's not just about, your constitutional freedoms. We spent 34 minutes kind of going off on tangents, but I think the idea is there.
It's our banter. It's how we talk on the daily. This is us every day.
Yeah. We're not gonna be very structured. I mean, some things will be structured, but
we're also getting our flow.
We're
figuring it out.
Yeah. And you guys are figuring it out with us.
Because the story of us, everything we did from day one is about freedom. And when I talk to people and I share our story with them, and it's impactful because there's a lot of people that don't believe in love anymore. And there's a lot of people that don't believe in freedom anymore. And I don't just mean freedom in America. I mean freedom in regards to life, like
life decisions,
like having to work the 9 to 5, having to live the fucking rules that aren't even like, they're all mandates. Mandates are like fucking heavy suggestions. They're not the law.
Right.
Holy crap.
But I think you're right. I think the good thing that came out of COVID was that people realized that, hey, I don't have to sit in an office for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And so, I know Vegas and a few other places are having troubles with their hospitality industry because, these people, I mean, first of all, I worked in hospitality, you worked in hospitality. Hospitality fucking sucks on the front of the house and back of the house. Managers are fucking garbage. The pay sucks.
I always had a great time.
Yeah, but all the stuff that goes with it fucking sucks. If the people are around you, yeah, you could tolerate it, but the hospitality industry in itself fucking sucks. It sucks.
I don't know. I always had fun. What I did, I liked my people.
But anyway,
I liked my days. I hated working. I don't clock in. I don't clock out. That's it. Oh, I fucking hate that.
But, right,
Don't tell me what
like
to do.
Yeah, you get there, you clock in, you feel like, oh god, you gotta do it.
I'm gonna get in trouble if
Watch
I'm
the
here
silverware, blah,
1
blah.
minute late.
Yeah.
That's the shit I don't like.
And then you get there and you're like, yeah, I could be doing something else.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Every fucking day. I was like, I could be sitting with my dog right now and my daughter watching her play. I would cry every day to the Hard Rock because I was like, there's so much more to life, but I wasn't unhappy at the Hard Rock.
No, I enjoyed being at work when I worked at the Hard Rock too, but the hospitality industry itself sucked. The clients suck. The customers suck.
I don't think so. I think maybe you sucked.
That was fucking great. Fucking scammers. Stop scamming me.
You should turn your
I am.
Anyway,
but so the hospitality industry in itself altogether is having problems bringing people back because people went out and found higher paying jobs that are remote.
So you mean it sucked because it
wasn't fulfilling.
It didn't give quality to the
it wasn't fulfilling.
Person.
Like you're going to the job, right? You're going and you're serving people, and sometimes you're taking shit. Sometimes you get ripped. You get 5% on a 3-figure tab. You're like, fuck, man, what did I do? And then you go home and you're like, you're used to making a couple $100 on the weekend. You go home, anyway, but it sucks. But the industry is having a hard time. One, because the pay sucks, right? There's no benefits.
Yeah.
And these people are finding jobs, remote jobs, to fulfill.
Yeah. Or fans only. OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. We thought about it.
Thought about it. I would so do that, but
that was one of our fallback plans. Hey, if we don't have something to do by September of 2020, we're gonna move to the campground and fucking OnlyFans. She was serious. She was down.
Sure. But it wasn't like, oh my God, if we have nothing, what the fuck? It's just
it wasn't like to make money because, it wasn't about the money. It was just about just doing something like,
well, you live one, YOLO, right?
Right?
I want to look back when I'm 70. I want to
You
be
live
like,
every day. You only die once. You live every day. Yet YOLO's stupid as fuck.
Okay, aggressive. I like that. You do live every day. You die once.
At least we do.
We do. We truly fucking live every day, and
we live how we want to live, and that's the premise of that was the concept of like walking of coming into this show was living our lives the way we want to, and right now we're actually we're surrounded by people. A lot of we didn't have a lot of friends coming from Vegas. We had a few.
We had friends we chose not to hang out with mostly, and then the ones that I would hang out with. Saw.
But now, I go to the gym and I'm surrounded by people who are doing things they want to do. Some of them work in office jobs, but they choose to be there. Some of them are the boss.
I know. During the summertime, we had people all the time going to the river, going to the lake.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my God, there's others.
We went to the river and to the lake more times this summer, living in Utah for 1 year, than we did our entire time together living in Vegas.
Yeah.
Or apart.
Yeah. Yeah, we went.
I can count on one hand how many times I went to Lake Mead as an adult.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't grow up there. And
I grew up there.
Maybe
both hands. Maybe both hands.
My dad had a little boaty yacht thingy there. And so we went often, but not as much. Even when we had the boat, we didn't go as much.
But like Sand Hollow is a 15-minute drive.
And that's the cool thing. We can hop in our Razor, our side by side with our kids, and we can literally drive to the what is that Sheep's
Bridge,
where we
just freaking
either
awesome.
Just float or jump in, or we can go to Sand Hollow, or we can go to Quails Lake. All of this is like 10 minutes from us. Our Babylon right in our backyard.
Yeah, man, Babylon's freaking dope. That's such a sweet little place.
Like and truly, the first 6 months of living here, Corey says we didn't have a structure, but we worked. Oh my God, we worked our asses off.
I don't mean that we don't have structure.
I was saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. But no,
I'm not saying. So I was actually thinking about this earlier. I was thinking about this walking up from the garage. I was coming out. I was like, I know where she's going to talk about structure. I don't know why. I think she's going to talk about that. And I was like, I need to defend myself.
my God. That's what he got on. He got on it.
So I was thinking,
planned.
we don't need, like, so when we talk about structure, I'm not saying that we need to do the same thing at the same time every single day. I'm just saying have an idea
I
of
love
what
that,
it is
honey.
to be.
I'm all about that. We cannot be successful if we don't have that structure. Why we didn't is because we moved. First of all, you were never home. You were sick, and you were at Tao for most of our relationship. The first fucking few years, thank you. So I was losing my
Trying to keep that
mind.
honeymoon phase.
Fuck off. I was losing my shit at home taking care of a newborn who was an amazing baby.
Yeah.
And 2 young girls in a house that I didn't want to be in. I did not want to be there. And then it got hot and I'd have to hide from the heat with all of this.
Yeah.
That's what was I supposed to structure? Fucking gardening in the backyard for an hour in the morning? Screw off. I had too much time and I just wanted to travel. So then we got here and holy crap, we spent the first 6 months building, ripping up floors, putting down floors till we were so exhausted that most of the summer came around.
Yeah, we took the whole summer off. We didn't
played.
fucking do anything.
We played.
We didn't do anything.
Our neighbors.
That's not true. I mean, we did a few things.
Well, first we were working so much every day.
We built a barn and Ray pulled up.
Yeah, we're on the roof of the barn. We're both up drilling things from the top, and our neighbor comes barreling up with his Can-Am, badass Can-Am, and it's all like rowdy in the engine. And he comes up with his wife, and he goes, "Come on, let's go for a ride." And I'm like, "But we're working."
He's like, "It's Sunday. We're going for a ride." I was like,
I don't know what you're saying. And then he goes, "We got beer." And I was like, "All right, let's go." And Bianca happened to be out here. So Bianca and Scarlett and Bodie stayed home. And we went for a ride. We drank some beer. And we were like, "Oh my God, we live in..." And he showed us like all these trails and all these hills. And we went from Babylon. And then he crossed the highway area, and
Silver
we went
Reef.
to Dixie.
went to Silver Reef.
Dixie
National
Forest. So we were in a forest and at a river in the same within 20 minutes.
And then we went to that big freaking opening in the ground where the silver mine.
Oh yeah, I walked across it. That's
so sketch.
I thought it was gonna be
like
me.
200 feet down, and the cables, the grading on the cable, or it was probably an opening, I don't know, 50 by 50, and we walked across it because Ray dared us to.
Yeah, you had to help me. I can't remember. I just remember you were.
It was fun though.
You were helping me not have I don't know. I think I was gonna melt.
That was fun though.
So we spent the whole summer playing in our side by side, and in the water, and with some really awesome friends that have the same belief systems, and game night at Sam's house on Fridays,
that's
and
fun.
like we do all this fun shit that we never thought we'd do because we took that leap of faith, and it is a mindset. I was just talking to a friend, and maybe we'll say this for the next podcast, but how we brought it all about was truly connecting with who you are. Yeah. And what you really want out of life and what makes you truly happy. I don't think about what makes Corey happy and then I'm going to do what makes Corey happy and vice versa. I mean, we consider it for sure. But the reason why we work and why we're here is because...
I don't know if you see that.
It says you, me, us.
Yeah, that's how we live. It's one of our mottos.
And actually, we got that within like the first month of being together. I saw it because... I'm gonna do me, and then he does him, and then we do each other.
Yeah.
We do it together. And I had my ranch dreams, and I asked him, like, this is my dream. This is what I want. This is like my soul. It's a part of who I am. It's not something I can not do. And I said, I want to live in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming. And he was like, fuck that shit.
Well, yeah, sure thing. Let's go do that right now.
We found Tokerville, and we found acres, just not like 50, and we're in a glorious little town, not in the middle of nowhere, and we have St. George, which is a bigger town.
The beautiful thing is we can be in the middle of nowhere in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. it's like heaven on earth. It's so great. And the way we are living, Corey's CrossFit gym is just down the street. He gets to do his fire stuff. And it is both our dreams.
My fire stuff.
Like it's your
yeah,
little
it's my
kid
hobby. Like what kind of fire stuff? I mean, because some of that shit's illegal. I mean, fucking arson is illegal.
I don't mean that. I mean, you're a firefighter. You're a captain and shit. I guess it's not just your fire stuff. But anyways, and really quick too, I remember I was telling another friend of mine about how we met, and I was telling her how I never wanted a relationship, or I didn't want to get married. I hated the relationships. They were fucking horrible. They were just horrible. And I don't mean anything bad about the dudes. We're not compatible. I mean, one of them was a complete piece of shit, but I mean, they all were, but we were not compatible. And so our personalities clashed, and I would often get told, like I
dated
was
prima donnas, and fucking weird dudes.
Anyways, so
like you like manly men, and none of those guys were manly.
One of them was totally, and then I was like, "Oh, you're insecure."
Is that the one who?
Anyways, I don't want to. Oh no!
Oh
no, he was.
There was another one.
No, he was super manly, and then he joined a band. Everybody knows who that is. No, he was construction manly man, and then he joined a band and was like, "I'm gonna be a freak," and I was like, "What are you doing?"
Like what I just said.
I know, but I didn't.
He was fucking faking it. He was faking it because he thought that's what you wanted.
No, I fucking knew him before. Well,
dude, okay, but all right. So I have yet to meet a man.
Anyways,
who hasn't been in love with Samantha? Everybody from her past has been in love with her.
That is not true at
all. That is 100% true.
That is not true.
100% true.
That is not true.
They either had like a small thing for you, or they were like, oh, head over heels.
No.
Yep.
And no.
Yep.
Anyways.
Yep. I'll call Grammy right now. She'll verify that shit.
No.
Yep.
Anyways.
Yep.
Can we please move on?
Yes.
Thank you. Anyways, so I was saying, life was just like unrolling all the, what's that movie? A Series of Unfortunate Events. That was like my life. I was like, this is cool. Oh, and that. And then Scarlett's biological. He's cool now. We cool. But,
is he though?
Yeah. Whatever. You're just so like, fuck everyone.
I am.
I'm like, God.
Fuck everyone.
Anyways, at that time, he was a fucking piece of shit. And he after like all these things, like it was just a snowball. And then I'm at work. I'd quit the Hard Rock.
Let's save that for another day.
Oh, really?
I mean, we're at like 15 minutes.
Oh man, I was so fucking on. Okay, all right. Sorry, guys.
All right, I'll let you finish.
No,
I'll let you finish.
I'm done.
Go.
I'm done.
Go. I'll let you finish.
No.
Go.
Okay.
Does it have to do with freedom?
Our whole fucking story does. That's the point.
This is true. Go ahead.
No.
Come on. Now you got to finish.
No. You said it's at 50 minutes.
All right. We'll let this one run along. Go ahead.
Oh my God. You killed the flow. I don't even know where I was at.
You were at work and he served you.
Oh. Yeah, he served me papers to gain custody of Scarlett when he had never met her and he lived in another state. It's weird. It was a weird time. And that was it. I was fucking done. And this is where we'll end it. I couldn't handle much more anymore. And I was at this very broken space. Not broken like, oh, fuck, I'm so weak. I mean, shit, there's only so much we can take. And I know so many people out there right now are in this phase of... And he was in the same fucking, like, emotional state of, fuck, I can't take it anymore. I need something. I need something good. Or fucking kill me. That's okay, too. Like, well, there's got to be something... What?
No, kill me. No.
Anyways, that's not the point. But I was fucking done. I was done. I actually told my mom that I said this in the last one. I was like, fucking, I could go to the middle of the desert and you can dig a big ass hole and I'll go live in that as a hermit.
What'd you call her? Trailer Park
Sam
Sherry?
Pam.
Sam Pam.
Sam Pam.
Sam Pam.
I know Pam that talks like a man and she scares the shit out of me. I'm like, I'm gonna be Sam Pam. But anyways, so in that moment, I remember and I went to sleep and I was like, you know what? And I surrendered everything. And I was like, I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need all these things. I just need to be healthy and I need to take care of my daughter. And if my life is going to fucking be shit, then so be it. I'm so sick of fighting and struggling and I have to do things this way that is set out there. It's so stupid. It's all a fucking lie. It's all a fucking lie. And it's supposed to be a one size fits all.
Yeah, I have a problem with that too. It's one size fits all is fucking dumb.
It is.
It defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose of like your personal sovereignty. Like we are all individuals, and like it goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. The problem is people want to belong.
Yeah.
They want to click. They want to be tribal, and that's the problem. Is that's where we're going, and that's why we're at where we're at is because of tribalism. It's because people want to belong, so they're fucking picking a team. They're picking a team.
I'm gonna finish.
Sorry.
My thought on this, or I guess this little snippet of the story, because at a very difficult space in both our lives, in his past marriage and in my life, I was fucking done. And then Corey came into my life. I actually dreamed about him, and I called up my friend Melanie and I was like, dude, I had a dream about Jake's her husband, Jake's buddy Corey, but in my dream he was tall. And what was actually happening in my dream, he is tall. But I don't know if you remember in the last thing, but I thought he was like 5 feet tall. And Melanie was like, he is tall. And I was like, okay. Anyways, in my dream, I was on the second story somewhere, and I saw him on a platform. He had a hoodie on, so I couldn't see his face. And the ground started falling away, and I was about to cave in, and I was terrified. And I couldn't breathe, when you're in a dream, but you really can't breathe. And he held out his big ass hand, and he was all here. And I was like, oh my God, you saved me. And I grabbed his hand, and he just gracefully pulled me onto the platform and held me. And he held me in a safe place. And, the whole thing caved in. And I was like,
which, fun fact, I don't do fucking anything gracefully.
No, but save me. And I didn't, it's not that I needed saving, by the way, but finally I was ready to allow someone in to share the experience with. And everything is so much
experience.
Whoever your partner is, it is more fun. My mom taught me that. It took her my whole life to teach me that we're meant to share life with someone, with a partner, it does make everything.
But you're meant to
cool.
share, but you still need your individual identity.
Corey and I, if we were for some crazy reason to split up, it wouldn't destroy him and it wouldn't destroy me. We'd be heartbroken. Don't get me wrong. We would be super heartbroken in the romance section, but we'd move on. We'd have to. I mean, I don't know if you could, but I'm pretty cool. That was cute. But we would.
You're so pretty.
Oh, you're so handsome. But truly, because you have your fire stuff, I have the campground. We have our own. Nothing about our lives would be like, oh my God, what do I do now? We would just be really sad, Yeah. And you move on from things like that. But that's where I'll leave it and we'll pick up from there, because Corey dreamed about a woman like me when he was a kid to raise a family with. That was his dream. And
yeah, we're the opposite of your traditional boy and girl. She just wanted to go out and fucking just be in the desert in the middle of nowhere and fuck kids, fuck family. I just want to be by myself. And I was like, the little boy, I was like, I just want to be married.
I just want to
be a dad and have kids.
And be a good husband and
be a good husband
and all that. And when we were first together, he was like, man, it was you though. Like, he's been married 2 times before, and it's not because he's like some douchebag or something. He just was looking for that soul fulfilling dream that he had. And it became my dream once him and I started this together. And it took me a long time. We'll tell this in another one, but I did break up with him.
Sure did.
I broke up with him so I could go
You broke up
travel.
with me, but you wouldn't let me leave.
No, I said you can, but you don't have to.
Well, no,
But
because
I'm gonna go
I
travel.
wasn't going to leave. I wasn't going to leave. I was like, do you want me to go sleep in the other room? And you're like, why? I was like, all right, I was just going to sleep.
No, I didn't say why. I just said, why? Like, what do you... I mean, you do what you want to do. I was going to get my trailer and I was going to go travel.
I just need space. Just leave me alone.
And then he came...
But don't leave.
I didn't say don't leave. I said you do what you want to do. But I came home one day and he said, you know what? Thank you for doing you. And I'm going to do me. And at one point he said, because I was a runner, so he said, if you run, I'm gonna follow you in a non-psychotic way. He was very sweet.
That's the difference between romance and a restraining order.
A psycho killer.
No,
but
no,
hold on.
no. Wait.
Hold on.
The difference between romance and restraining order is how good the dude looks. Is it not?
I don't know.
Is it not?
I only had to give.
Think about
order.
any rom-com where the dude like is standing outside the girl's window. Think about any of them, right? Any of them. Now make that dude some goofy looking fucking basement dweller, and he's like,
why would you even date him in the first place? No.
maybe you dated him for his personality, and then he was like, then he got fucking all weird, and he's like clingy. But if an attractive dude was like clingy, you'd be like, all right.
No, I hate.
Not you. These things don't apply to you because you're fucking weird. You're an anomaly. You're fucking Neo.
We'll get a guest speaker and we can ask these questions.
Yes, we'll get a normal.
But now I forgot.
Sorry.
What were you saying? Oh no, I came home one day and he said, I know I said I would come after you and not let you go, but I'm gonna let you go. But if you want to come back, then I'll be here. And I was like, oh, that's cool. What? Okay. Hey.
Yeah, and then like 2 weeks later, you're like, hey, I'm pregnant.
Yeah. And I was praying to the universe. I swear to you, I was like, oh my God, please, if breaking up with him is the stupidest fucking thing ever, like, please give me a solid sign because I don't want to be a self-sabotager. And I swear to you, I was so like, if I'm going to self-sabotage this, let me know. If he's not the one for me and like we would be toxic because my relationships were horrible. So I was just waiting for him to be like, yeah, I was really on psycho meds and now I'm going to kill you or cheat on me or do all these like crazy fucking abusive things. And so I was like, if he's going to be that, let him fucking leave. If he's a good man, then let him fucking stay. And then I found out I was pregnant and I was like, oh, okay, we're going to stay. We're going to do
None
this.
more convincing than 2 solid pink
Thank you,
lines.
sweet baby Jesus, for that confirmation. So that we can leave it at that.
Boom.
Oh, look, exactly 1 hour.
Cut. Actually, it's a little bit before that because we had like,
Oh, yeah.
you were playing on your phone.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to cut that out.
No, probably my headphones because they're way too big. So they sit down here and I try and.
I'll get you some new fucking headphones.
Yeah.
But
Thanks,
till
Dad.
next time. I guess we'll do the YouTube thing. If you like us, subscribe because we're going to put more of these out.
I don't know how
Put
to
the
do
notifications.
that, but Scarlett always said,
Yeah.
do the link down below.
Do the thing.
And-
Click the. Somebody told me I sent him the video and he goes,
Double-click the mouse.
"Don't forget to click the bell." Like I don't fucking know. Sure,
What
but
bell?
I don't exactly what bell.
On YouTube? Okay.
Yeah, but fuck
Anyways.
it. If you like it, like it. If you don't, fuck off. If you really like it, pay it forward. Send it to somebody that you think will like it too.
The next ones are gonna get good. I swear. They're gonna tell a story.
I think this one was good. Fuck. Hurt my feelings over here.
You're so sensitive.
Sure am.
Well, the next ones are gonna be more my flow. What are you doing?
I was just making sure the recorder was on.
Oh my god!
I know,
we
right?
We recorded the first episode, or the first, yeah.
Our pilot. We were trying 3 times, but I didn't format the SD card, so it didn't store.
Yeah, so.
But it was all right. I think those are a little wonky. Plus, we didn't have the setup and
everything
the lights.
we do is wonky until
it's not.
Until it's not. Does it ever not get not? Okay.
Cool.
Peace out.
Peace up. A-Town down.